Smart, smart, do. We are the children, the children of God. Come, come, come. We change our world. We have what it takes to do it smart and make it smart. Welcome to our Smart Do.
Welcome our classmates yet again for another English lesson. I hope you have been fine. Now today we're going to look at the use of the punctuation mark known as the semicolon. Now the semicolon, as you can see, looks like that. It is made of a period. A period is also called a full stop and a comma. It is made of a period and a comma. Now, this punctuation mark is an example of a middle punctuation mark. Now, why do we say it is an example of a middle punctuation mark? This is because the punctuation mark is not used at the end of a sentence. It is only used at the middle of a sentence. Just like the comma, there is no way it can come at the end of a sentence. Now, the semicolon shows a pause. It used to show a pause which is shorter than a full stop. It used to show a pause which is shorter than a full stop. So therefore, it is important that we know when you are pausing the semicolon, you just pause for a moment, a very short moment, then you continue saying what you are or you intend to say. Now, it is used in several ways that we shall look. Number one, it is used to link two sentences that are connected. And you have said two sentences. So therefore it means the two sentences can be written separately. It means that the two sentences can be written separately. But because you don't want to put a full stop, you want to show that you are a learned pupil, you use a semicolon. Let's look at this sentence here. It is raining. You have to carry an umbrella. So therefore, instead of having this full stop in that sentence, it is raining, full stop, you have to carry an umbrella. Instead of having that full stop there, we can rewrite this sentence and use a semicolon. It is raining. It is raining, semicolon. Then you have to carry an umbrella. You have to carry an umbrella. So, once you use a semicolon because of this comma, the next word in the other part of the sentence, it starts with a small letter or a letter in the lower case. So you have to remember that. Number two, or another example, we can have another example of showing how the semicolon can be used. I am feeling unwell. Full stop. I am feeling well. I cannot attend the meeting. So, instead of having this full stop here, as I've said in the previous sentence, you can use a semicolon. And once you use a semicolon, it will show that you are a learner who is knowledgeable and know how to use the learned parts of language. So you write, I am feeling unwell, semicolon. I cannot attend the meeting, full stop. So therefore, remember that of course, though you have said that the next letter after the semicolon is a lowercase letter. Of course, you have to know that I is always used as a proper noun and it always comes in capital. So that is one way of using the semicolon. Now, the other way of using the semicolon is whereby we use it after after what we call transitional expressions. Using it after transitional expressions. Transitional expressions. Use it after what we refer to as transitional expressions. Transitional expressions. Don't mind about the word transitional expressions, because once I mention one or two, you'll find that they are expressions that you know about. Now, these examples of expressions include these transitional expressions include, for example, therefore. Good. I've seen the hands have suddenly gone up. Moreover. Another transitional expression that you know. Also. Thus. In addition to. So these are just a few examples of what you may refer to as the transitional expressions. So how do you use it? Now, you use it as follows. Look at the examples. An example that I'm going to write on the board. Example. Hamisi is a good football player. So now we already have up to that part of the sentence. Now, if you want to have some more additional information using a transitional pronoun, a transitional expression, you put a semicolon before it. Then you add the transitional expression that you want to use. Example, Hamisi is a good football player. Moreover, comma, after the transitional expression, you put a comma, because we understand that transitional expressions are followed by a comma. Moreover, he is in the national team. Moreover, he is in the national team. So this is a way of using the semicolon with the transitional expressions. Hamisi is a good football player, semicolon. Instead of just putting the comma, which is you can put, but of course remember, we want to show that we are knowledgeable. We have already learned this, or we have already experienced this. Alright, number two, another final example that we shall have. The counselor arrived only. He only. He only talked for 1 hour. So that's now the use of the semicolon with a transitional expression. So the transitional expression is therefore. So those are just a few of the ways that we use the semicolon. We shall be looking at more and more of them over time as we continue learning the use of these punctuation marks. So practice those ones, and next time we shall look at others which are quite simple and you'll get them quite easily. Have a good time. Let's meet next time. Bye bye.